2025 totally changed my life. It made me realize that, as Sam in The Lord of the Rings said, there's a lot of good in this world, and it's worth fighting for. One Sunday afternoon this fall, I was sitting on my couch and read about how SNAP would be ending, and I began to think about all of my neighbors that would go hungry as I live in a more rural, low-income town. I started crying and told my husband that we had to do something, so all I could think of doing, since neither one of us were carpenters, were putting plastic bins at the end of our driveway with the sign that my husband made and thinking maybe some folks will come. And they came, and they came, and they came. I took this video of me one day when I was working from home, and I saw someone using my little free pantry, and I was just brought to tears. Like, we were actually helping people. I posted about it on social media, thinking maybe somebody would see it and be encouraged to do the same. And before we knew it, my local news came. We were in People magazine, we were in Newsweek, and then we started getting messages from people all across the country, from a youth group in Arizona and a single mom in Ohio that were starting their own little free pantries. So we put out the bins every morning, and then we got to know so many of you who would share great ideas of what to put in. And we learned that Spam, which I've never had, is wildly popular, as well as any kind of canned meat. And I learned about shelf-stable milk and how spices are luxury and the importance of can openers. And we just kept serving our neighbors. And folks told us not to do this because they said that folks would come and steal all the bins. That never happened. Instead, our neighbors came and they left things, and we were left notes of encouragement by our neighbors about how much this was helping them. And I just saw all of the good in the world. We learned about Dollar Tree, and my husband's date nights and date weekends became going to Dollar Tree to stock up on things, and going to places like Walmart and buying up all kinds of things. And then our spare bedroom turned into a storage room for our pantry. And we did encounter some setbacks. When we started this, we did not plan for it to be a long-term thing, so we hadn't planned for snow. And we live in Vermont, so snow definitely came, which brought about concerns about items freezing. We tried to work with our town in order to have this placed at a town office, even though we offered to still fully fund it, and we weren't able to work out anything with our town. And then we tried to build an insulated shed so that we could put items out in the freezing temperatures. And although we've reached out to several contractors, and a few initially sounded promising, we haven't been able to work anything out yet. But my husband and I are stubborn, and we want to keep helping our neighbors. So it's like, you know what? We're just going to put out the bins when items are above 15 degrees, and we're just going to do the best that we can. We were also in Boston for 2 weeks for fertility treatment. So my mom and my grandma, my extended family, ran our little free pantry while we were gone. Huge shout out to them for carrying on this burden that they didn't originally sign up for. So grateful for the ability that we have to help our neighbors, all of the great ideas that so many of you have had, the community we've been able to build, and the lesson that there's still so many good people in this world that are willing to help. And when we face with things that feel overwhelming, we just have to do something. We don't have to figure it all out. We just have to take the first step.